What is up, everybody? Spektrades back here, and in this video we're going over a quick guide on what is liquidity. Before we get started on the video, make sure to give me a follow on Instagram at Spektrades. This is where I am most active at. If you have any questions, make sure to give me a DM on Instagram at Spektrades. Let's hop back in the video. So liquidity is what drives the market. Price creates liquidity to deceive traders into believing the wrong thing and to place their stop losses at specific areas. This allows market manipulators to clear out those traders and continue to trend in the correct direction. Liquidity comes in various forms, but it all serves the same purpose: to deceive traders and either sustain a trend or initiate a market reversal. So liquidity is what drives the market. Liquidity is the main component to our strategy, right? Like I usually say, I only trade market structure and liquidity. If you understand market structure and liquidity, that's all you need to know to truly understand the market, I would say. You gotta understand the trend, and that is market structure, and then you gotta understand liquidity. That is where price is targeting, because we use liquidity to know where to place our stop losses, and we use liquidity to know where to target our take profit zones. So right here we have four types of liquidity. We have relatively equal highs and lows. We have short-term highs and lows, and then we have consolidation zone liquidity, and then we have sideways patterns liquidity. First and foremost, we always go over a quick schematic. The schematic just helps us even more before we go on the charts, right? So right here is a quick schematic of what a relative equal high may look like, right? So price may come back up, give us a high, and then come back down, and then give us a relative equal high, right? And then price will then go back up, clear it before continuing the trend. So this is a relative equal high. It is the same thing for a relative equal low. So price will come back down, give us a low, come back up, and then give us another low, right? And then for price to come, purge through them, then continue the trend, just like we see here. So price cleared the liquidity of these old highs and then give us a breakup structure, and then came back up and give us relatively equal highs. Price will then come back, purge through them before continuing the trend. So this is it for our and then this right here is the same for our buy format, right? So liquidity sweep, breakup structure, relative equal lows, boom, purge through them before pushing price higher. So this is it right here for our first form of liquidity, the relative equal highs and lows. This will be a quick video, nothing crazy, because liquidity is not something you should truly complicate, right? The more you complicate something, the harder it is for your brain to understand, right? So I'm just here to make it simple for you just go on your charts and to just mark up your charts to see these in action, right? So let's go to the next form of liquidity. The next form of liquidity is the short-term highs and short-term lows. So they'll just look like this, and then liquidity will just be hiding right on top of them right here, just like we see here, right? Liquidity sweep of these old highs, price give us a breakup structure, and then price come back up, give us a short-term high, boom. Liquidity is hiding up here. Price will then come back up, clear them before continuing the trend. So price will just come back down, clear these short-term lows before continuing the trend. And of course, we'll be looking at some charts, right, on how they look on the charts. But before that, these schematics will just help us even more. So these right here is just how the short-term highs and short-term lows look like, right? These are just like the quick forms of liquidity, and really the main form of liquidity that the market forms. And then right here we have one of the most powerful ones, the consolidation zone liquidity. This is the one a lot of us really wait for, right? So once we see price consolidating like this, we know that the lows will get taken, and then price will then continue and attack the highs. And how we enter is as soon as we see the low get taken, we can start placing our trades right here, start stacking our entries, boom, to then clear these old highs right here, boom, to take our profit. So once we see that the low taken, start entering right here, take profit, these old highs, taking our we take our profits, boom. So because the lows and the highs will get taken, and it's the same thing here. So price will just build liquidity, take the highs out, we'll start selling right here, boom, boom, boom. Where are we targeting? Old lows. We just take our profits down here. So that's it right here for the consolidation zone liquidity. Let's go to the last one. And then for the last way of liquidity is the sideways pattern liquidity, right? As we can see, price clears these old highs and then give us a breakup structure. And then from that breakup structure, price will just be crawling up in a sideways pattern. And then in that sideways pattern, price will clear the liquidity on top to then come back down to clear the liquidity on the bottom. This right here is one of my powerful ones also. Once I see price going up in a sideways pattern like this, I truly love this setup right here. I get excited to see this right here, right? When price is just crawling back up to my point of interest. right? So price probably my point of interest is probably up here, and price is just crawling back up to it, clear the liquidity on the top, and then I know that the liquidity on the bottom, right? I usually put like a little swing right here, boom, because a pool liquidity will be hiding behind below here. Price will then just come back down and clear them all, and I target it right at these lows right here. And it's the same thing here, right? Price will just be crawling down, and then purge these lows, tap into a point of interest to the left of us, and then come and clear the liquidity on the top. So these right here were the 4 forms of liquidity in a schematic format. Now let's look at some charts and on how they may look like with candlesticks. As we can see here, this is one of the first forms. This is our short-term low. So liquidity sweep, break of structure, price comes back down, give us a short-term low to then come back up. Price will then come back down, clear that short-term low, tap into our point of interest, then continue higher. Just simple, nice and simple, right? Nothing too complicated. And then right here is the same short-term low right here, right? This same pattern is also right here. Boom. Price purge through these short-term lows, and then just like I stated, right after this break of structure, we can just start stacking our entries. Boom. What we targeting? An old high to the left of us right here. Boom. And then for a more confirmed short-term low, right? So this right here is just a more confirmed short-term low that happens inside of our range. Boom. Price will then come back down, purge through these short-term lows to then target these old highs right here. Boom. So me personally, I usually take this one also. I usually take both of them. This is the risk one, and this is the confirmation one. Boom. So this is it for this chart. And then this right here is our downward sideways pattern, right? Price is just crawling down in a channel. Boom. And then purge the liquidity on the low. All the liquidity that was hiding behind below here, price purge through them to then continue up the trend. And then just like I state, as soon as price purge these liquidity and then come back up, as we can see, these lows right here failed to push price lower. So as soon as price gives us a break of structure right here, we're just stacking our entries right here, right? Boom, boom, boom. And where we're targeting, old highs right here. Boom. Price just comes and purge through these old highs. So this right here is our sideways downward consolidation zone liquidity. Price is just crawling down in a channel. And then once price will reach our point of interest, liquidity sweep down here, boom, to then go higher to clear the uptrend liquidity. Boom. Now let's look at another chart. And then right here again, this is another sideways pattern liquidity. As we can see, price was just crawling down in a channel, purge the lows, boom, and then come back up, and then give us a break of structure of these old highs, right? And then we see that price wick down, boom, to fill in this fair value gap. And then to then give us a balanced price range to then continue higher, right? Where we're targeting, boom, these old highs right here, boom. So the low of the range, the low of the channel, and the high of the channel will get taken out in a sideways pattern liquidity. Price is just moving down in a sideways pattern to then purge the lows to then clear the highs right here. So this is it for our other chart. Now let's look at some more charts. And then this right here, consolidation zone liquidity. So price is just playing around in this consolidation zone, purge the lows, right? As soon as price purge the lows and then start pushing price higher, we can start entering right here. Boom, boom, boom. Where we're targeting these old highs right here. Boom. To then continue higher. So as soon as we see this pattern right here, this consolidation zone liquidity, we know that the lows will get taken out and the highs will get taken out. So as soon as price purge the lows, we can start entering right here. Boom. To then clear these old highs. Liquidity is hiding up here also. So liquidity hiding below, and then liquidity is hiding above. And it's the same thing for a bullish format. Price will just consolidate, just like I state, purge the highs to then clear the lows. We're just entering right here as soon as price clears the liquidity on top. Nice and simple, nothing complicated. And then this right here is our another form of a short-term high, right? As we can see, price created us this short-term high right here. Liquidity is hiding right above. What did price do? Come purge through it, and then to come and clear these old lows. As soon as price sweep the liquidity and left us this wick, boom, we can start entering right here. Boom, enter our trades, place our trades where we're targeting old lows, right? Probably another low down here to then come in for price to come in, purge lower. So as soon as price sweep the liquidity and wick back down and then closes, as we can see, boom, we can start implementing our trade right here, right? And then to target old lows, boom, for a quick 1, 2, 3 or a quick 1, 2, 2, right? This is just scalps right here, fits in a like confirmed setup, right? You can just hold it for longer, right? But right here, this is just how a short-term high may look like, right? Price will just come back up like this. It's like a little triangle, Liquidity is hiding right above it. Boom. Now let's look at some more charts. And then right here is our consolidation pattern liquidity. Price is just playing around in this range, just like we stated. The low will get taken and the high will get taken. So as you can see, price purge low, give us this wick, and then close back up. We can start implementing, start stacking our trades in here to then clear these old highs right here. Boom. As we can see, price will just come back down, sweep the low to then and sweep these old highs also. Sweep the high of the range and then come in and sweep the old high. Boom. So as soon as price give us a liquidity sweep, boom, and then comes back up and give us a confirmed candle broken, right? That means that now like the buyers are in control, right? Price clear the lows to now go and clear the highs. We can now stack our entries to then go back to higher prices. Let's look at our last. Then right here is our short-term low, right? Just like I stated, it's just going to be a downward triangle. As we can see, price just creates a downward triangle, converged it, boom, to then go back higher, right? As you can see, price clear the low, wick below it, and then give us a firm candlestick break. Like I state, the old high is going to get taken out, so we can just start stacking our entries right here to then come in and clear these old highs just for a quick scalp or just for a confirmed long entry trade. Boom. But this was it for the liquidity video. Just nice and simple. Liquidity is nothing you should be complicating. Just go on your charts, mark up your charts, and just try to see these patterns happen over and over again, right? The more you get comfortable with seeing these, the more you're going to be when you are trading, right? And when you are looking for your setup, right? Because if liquidity is not present or close or close to your setup, then that means you probably are liquidity, right? That's just a confirmed thing right here. If you don't know liquidity, that means you are liquidity. So make sure you go on your charts and just mark them up yourself and just train your eyes to see these points. That's it right here. I'll be sure to upload more videos in the upcoming days and weeks. So make sure to subscribe, like, and comment and tell me what you think. Spektrades out.